So Eryn, can AI maturity index help us predict which jobs are at risk of being replaced by the AI?
Absolutely. So when we look at World Economic Forum data from earlier this year, they separate the skills into three categories. The first is high potential for augmentation. So this is a human, this is a worker that's doing a little bit more with the assistance of AI. Then there's automation, which are things that are pretty well replacing someone who's going to be doing that work themselves. And there are other roles that are at low risk of any type of AI interference.
Which are these jobs? They held at low risk?
Yeah, the low risks are a lot of the things that we need to do interpersonally. And these are a lot of things like, your doctor may be using it in augmentation category, but they're still doing an in-office assessment on your own. So there's still a lot of things with those soft skills that are not going to be impacted so much just yet.
Okay, and which are under the highest risk?
Yeah, the highest risk are a lot of things like data analysis. There's a lot of these tools that are coming out that can do a full analysis of all of this on their own, and someone simply reviewing it afterwards. We're also seeing it with software development. Someone who has very few software development skills now can build fully fledged applications on their own. So a lot of these things that are kind of in the digital realm and digital creation or analytics, things like data entry, these things are all being a little bit higher risk than others.
Okay, is not there a risk that there will create huge unemployment in certain categories? Because what can the people do to maybe stay with the new times?
Absolutely. And I think this is a really important thing to talk about, is that AI is not going to take your jobs, it's going to evolve your jobs. And so it's less about jobs being taken over and more about acquisition of new skills and how your skills are going to change. So the AI Maturity Index is a diagnostic tool for someone to look at their own skills and understand how they can acquire new ones to maybe be a little bit more attractive to a new employer. So there's a study that came out, it said 77% of leaders will not hire someone who has no AI skills at all. And so this is a way for anyone to be able to talk to a chatbot for 15 minutes and get that diagnostic report of saying, oh, I have good skills already, or I need to improve them in these specific areas.
Okay, so your solution is to be used by government organizations, universities, or also recruitment agencies, or also by
Individuals.
Yeah, it's typically by any type of a group or organization, but also the individuals. So we wanted it to be accessible to an individual who wants to do this journey on their own, but we are able to run custom reports that look at groups from a holistic level. So a team could come to us and say, hey, we want to know how we're doing all together as a group, because we collect 85 data points per conversation, and those can all interact with each other in different ways. So we've got requests from different government organizations who want to see how their tech and startup ecosystems are adopting AI, but also from that small startup team that just wants to know, what should we do for our learning and development plans? What type of skills should we recruit for next? We're able to assess in all of these different areas.
Okay, so this can be well used also by the schools, by high schools, by universities, because they can help to the students to orient in the future.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, this is your compass, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.